This is my final chop, not my final big chop because it's not a big chop at all, but with hydrogenated superativa, sometimes you'll experience bald spots in your head. And if you have a bald spots in your hair, that means that when that hair grows back, your hair will be a little uneven, and in some places it may look thinner than others. So this, if you've been following my journey, is the final cut that I have to do to even everything out. So make sure you stick around to the end of this video so you can stay in the loop and figure out what I do with hair removal in more ways than one. All right, our video sponsors, Fea Tru Erase. I'm about to cut this a little bit more even, and then I'm gonna put braids in for a minute, and this will be back like it never left. Hair care is not a quick and easy fix. If you run into problems in the scalp, there is a process that must take place. This is the process. My hair, after it has been straightened for approximately maybe like 4 days. Yeah, maybe like 4 days. I have an extremely high sebum level. Extremely high sebum level. I sweat in my sleep. So the combination of a wet scalp and an oily scalp is just it don't make sense. So I just
trust that exactly where you are is where you're meant to be. So keep your chin up so your crown doesn't fall. Remember, you're royalty.
And I know I always got a broken nose, but listen, my pamper days line up. So normally by the time it's time for me to do my nails, it's time for me to do my hair. And don't judge me, I don't do acrylics. I'll be doing like press-ons, but like gel press-ons, they're right here. So yeah, that's why it's like so easy for me to change them. So it's like I do my nails like every 2 weeks. So I'm doing my hair like every 2 weeks. So every time you see different nails, don't be like, oh, those the same nails, because these are the press-ons that I use. So now a word from this video sponsors Tru Erase Crystal Hair Eraser. This is the modern way to remove unwanted hair. So listen, here are a few tips. Look at these legs, girl. Now I know some people don't shave their legs. I am not one of those people. Okay, what had happened was I let them go ahead and grow out so I can give you a real life review. Now this is really safe for your arms, back, knuckles, legs, chest, and foot heels. Listen, you can use it on your heels and the bikini area. Now you want to make sure that the skin is clean, and you want to make sure you're not going in vertical motions like I just did. You're going to be going in very gentle circular motions, and it is so bomb. But again, you want to make sure that you're not using it on irritated skin, cracked or damaged skin, or anything like that, because what it is doing is exfoliating and rejuvenating the skin and removing dead skin cells, leaving the skin smooth and soft, as well as removing unwanted hair in a very painless way. You guys, this was the hit, and I'm gonna say that at first I was like, what is this stuff? I don't know if I'm gonna tell my people about this unless it worked. Girl, it worked. And then stick around until the end of this video, because I'm going to show you what my legs look like the next day. Because when I was using it, I was like, oh my god, like I've never used something so seamless. It's pain free, there's no friction, you're not gonna be like red and burning and itching or anything, you guys. Like, this is pain free. This is officially the only way that I will be shaving my legs. There were no abrasions, it was no like friction from burning, I didn't cut myself with a razor, there was no extra utensils or anything needed, you guys. All I used was this crystal and water. Now peep this, I don't know about y'all, but hair grows on my toes too. Yes, it does. Yes, it does. But using circular motions, the hair is removed painlessly. You literally can't even feel it. So you can clearly see the before and after, from the smooth and shiny leg to now this one that I'm about to get everything off of. So if you guys want to get your hands on this, make sure you check the links in the description box below and follow me on Amazon because I have a show coming. So I'm starting off with OLAPLEX Zero. Oh, let me turn it off. Right, because that ain't my song. So I'm using OLAPLEX Zero. I'm starting with that. So I am in the process of heat training my hair. And when we talking about heat training, it's like, oh my god, I want my hair trained. It's like, it doesn't have anything to do with taking my curls out or anything like that. But I do retain length better. Everybody retains length better when they keep that hair stretched. And to wear your hair in a blowout, to wear your hair in a silk press, to wear your hair in any style like that isn't necessary. Ooh, okay, I just sprayed the. It doesn't have anything to do with you liking or disliking your hair. It's all a matter of like manageability, and it all has to do with the way that you find it easiest to maintain your ends. Where I wear my weave at, sometimes, especially when I sweat in my sleep, I think I went overboard one day flat ironing, and it's like one section over here that you see there's over one of these spots that's a little special that probably ain't gonna swell back up for us, but I'm not pressed about that. For so long, because we didn't understand the science and because we only look at hair from a vanity metrics, we think like, okay, the health of your hair is determined by your curl pattern, and that's not true. So it's OLAPLEX 3. I don't know if it filmed that last part. I don't know if it filmed that last part, so I'm gonna just say it again. But like, you have all of these different relaxers and stuff like that, but at the end of the day, if you are getting a perm, right, if you're getting a perm, you're putting bonds in the hair, artificial bonds in the hair to make the hair curlier. If you're getting a relaxer, you're removing bonds from the hair. So with a texture release, I didn't get a texture release. Young ma'am, it's the same thing. They know y'all, everybody's in shock about the word relaxer. So instead of calling it a mild relaxer or a texturizer is a mild relaxer, a very mild relaxer. So forget, oh, this chemical does this chemical. It's like, listen, y'all, now everybody on the silk amino treatment, let's say it worked and everybody stopped using relaxers, right? Everybody stopped using relaxers. Once everybody stopped using relaxers, whatever the new thing is gonna be viral for a minute. And then one person gonna come up and find something about it that's bad, go viral, y'all all gonna stop using it. And then y'all gonna replace it with something else. It's a never-ending cycle. A never-ending cycle. That is why I am always concerned about learning the science of hair. Because when you learn the science of hair, fads do not matter at all. So y'all see, this whole time I've been talking, putting on this OLAPLEX, right? Now OLAPLEX 3 is all over my hair, and you can see my hair shrinking back up. Even these pieces just have more product on them than other pieces, but that will be shriveled up in a second as well. So I am using this one. I have an overproduction of sebum on my face and everywhere else, so it's like mild. I don't have like intense seborrheic dermatitis, but it in a very, 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 very mild manner on my scalp. So I do wash my hair sometimes multiple times a week, and I'm telling you, like, whenever I use this shampoo, whenever I'm feeling like that in my scalp, because whenever the inflammation happens is normally like in the middle of my scalp and then on the side, because I also have overactive sweat glands too, which is what HS is basically in a nutshell. So this really helps to balance that out. So if you are a person who has HS or seborrheic dermatitis, dandruff, scalp psoriasis, this is like an excellent shampoo to calm it down. And ooh, my hair look crazy. See, this is where y'all mess up. First of all, I just have my head over the bathtub, so that's why it's stuck up like that. But again, I need you to pay attention to how bonds work. Like I said, that piece is straight. It's gonna be how it's gonna be. But the bond is still in the process of resetting. We're using 8. Now, I'm not using OLAPLEX 8 every time I condition my hair. I use it on treatment days, because if I'm treating my hair, if I'm treating my scalp, I might want to treat my hair too. So let me show you a way to get the conditioner on your hair and not your scalp, because that's what it's for. So look, so I put the conditioner on your hands, and imagine you put your hair in a ponytail. So the conditioner goes on the end, and then you work the rest of the conditioner that's on your hair, then you work it through your ends like that. That is how you put conditioner on your hair, and that's how you save a bunch of products. And at this point, there's still a little bit of conditioner. Look, it's still conditioner on my hands still. Look, so at this point now, I'm just working the product in. Look, putting my hair in a ponytail like that, got conditioner all over my hair and not on my scalp. See? And then the places that you don't see the conditioner, that's where you work it into your hair. This is how you put on conditioner. And then after you go through your whole hair like that, if you feel like you need a little bit more, then okay, but no more than one more pump. That much every time, just that much. So however much this conditioner is, it's not that expensive if you're washing your hair once a week, once every 2 weeks, once every 3 weeks, using that much, just that much every time. The product's not that expensive, but y'all use way more product than that. So now with this second pump, this is all I'm doing, using the product on my ends. I used to do 9 people a day, and I use OLAPLEX. If I use the way y'all use it, oh my god, I would have been so broke buying OLAPLEX. But this is a concentrated product. A concentrated product. And like, I don't like to see product on my hair. Like so the parts that is conditioner that I can see, like in my mind, that's too much product. I have too much product in that spot. Way too much product in that spot. okay? As you can see, I don't have a bunch of hair on my hands from working my hands, my fingers through my hair. That's how you apply conditioner, and that's how you save product, because it doesn't take that much product to put on conditioner. And to answer your question, no, that one thing does not cause heat damage, because all of my curls are back except for my leave out when I had my weave. So yeah. Oh, burning an old con. Now also something I did want to say, people were asking me like, oh, how did it feel you repeatedly using the product? So this is the thing, I use that to show you, to show you guys other options and stuff that you can do with your hair, but I don't use that all the time. Like, I'm not trying to be fake, but I'm a professional cosmetologist, so I of course prefer to like do hair like the regular way. So that's a product that I was just telling you guys about, because it's a really good option for you if you aren't, you know, well versed in straightening your own hair and stuff like that. It's something easier. So same thing that I told you about the conditioner, like how to put conditioner on, it's the same way you use OLAPLEX 9. So you don't use, you know how normally we part our hair in 4 sections and put a big pump of like spray, but leave-in conditioner on every part. That is when you are using a spray, not when you use something like a cream or something like this, right? So all you're gonna do before you put it in the 4 sections, you take your 1 pump. If your hair is any longer than like right here, I say you could go ahead and use 2. Any longer than if your hair hit any longer than down here, go ahead and use 2 pumps, girl, because it's gonna be longer. But outside of 2 pumps, you don't need it, because look, it'll like, okay, so I'm gonna just do the same thing I showed you at the beginning, and then and remember to go in a downward motion, so that way, so look, you see how it's all this extra product on here? Just move that down. That's all extra product. That's why most people get heat damage, because you just take a product, slap it on the hair, and keep going. No, I'll just give you an example. If you are watching this and you are a person who needs a little bit more, one thing that won't hurt, and look at this, I blow dry my hair at least every 2 weeks. There is no heat damage. The only heat damage we have, or not even damage, the only places where bonds have been removed is right there at the top. And I knew when I was going over it with the flat iron that was gonna happen. So I just put 1 dose of OLAPLEX on this little, on this section right here. And now I'm going to part it off and blow dry it. Okay, blow out. All done. I'm surprised y'all can see me because it looks smoky in here. It's weird. Sometimes I feel like after a trim, even though obviously haircut, obviously my hair is shorter, but it feels longer and thicker to me. But to be honest, this is why I will always keep my hair short, because it was just easier. You know, if I had an outbreak in my scalp and I needed to manage it, I was wearing a short pixie cut, and I was keeping it short anyway. So if I needed to, you know, cut my hair to even anything out, it wasn't a big deal. And like the time that I spend on my hair now, I don't want to say I didn't have the time for it. I didn't want to make the time for it, because I would have had to make the time to treat my hair just as good as I treat my clients. And that's not something that you do as a hairstylist. We should. We all need to do better. I'm not in the group anymore. You guys need to do better with that. But none of us take care of our hair the way we take care of our clients' hair. Not because we don't want to, but after you do that many people's hair in one day, you don't want to see no more hair, even yours. Because I'm not straightening my hair today. This is not my straightening week, so I miss the puppy. Did you break into my room? Did you break into my room, sir? Yeah, you probably can't see how straight they are, or the true length, or where we at right now. Just know my ends are healthy, and all of the parts that needed to go are gone. So I feel like now I can officially start tracking my growth at this point of my life. So yeah, this is where we is. This is where we is right now. I'm not too serious with this braid pattern, but I'm just making a part here. And y'all know I don't braid this up because these are my edges that are coming back, but as you can see, they're almost back. And this is where my hair is right now. Yes, I could eat. And the V is off, but it ain't like off. By the time these braids come out, you will be able to see what it is. But I'm just gonna get over this hair, man, braid it up, and then I'm gonna come back. You gotta coordinate. You gotta switch up your protective styles. You can't always do the same thing every time. That's how it gets old. That's how your hair gets dusty. That's how it gets tired. So now it's the next day, and after a shower and everything, my legs feel freaking amazing. I have really sensitive skin, so I was preparing myself mentally to have maybe itchy skin or a little bit of irritation, but there was absolutely no irritation, none whatsoever. So again, you guys, make sure you check the link in the description box below to get your hands on this new and exciting way. When I say exciting, I mean it's exciting because it's little to no work, no damage to the skin whatsoever, and it is amazing at removing dead skin as well from the heels of your feet. Okay, listen, this is a tool that everybody needs in their house if they remove hair from the parts of the body that I talked about. So make sure that if you're not doing so already, you are following me on Amazon, because next week we will be talking about nothing but Tru Erase. Okay, this is my featured product of the month. Get some.
Trust that exactly where you are is where you're meant to be. So keep your chin up so your crown doesn't fall. Remember, you're royalty.